The outbreak of COVID-19 struck big on the news. The pandemic became so bad that it still affects our life almost 3 years after it began. However, until recently, a new outbreak occurred. If you have been attentive to the news or social media platforms, many of you know that there's a new disease going around. In this episode, I, Rohan Vijayvikram, will be talking about monkeypox and the history behind it, how it functions, and how it's treated. So let's travel back a bit in time. How did monkeypox form? In the Democratic Republic of Congo, where smallpox had been eradicated in 1968, a 9-month-old boy was the first person to be diagnosed with human monkeypox. Since then, human cases have been progressively recorded from Central to West Africa, with the majority of cases coming from rural rainforests of parts of the Congo Basin, mainly in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Monkeypox soon spread far beyond its origin, affecting over 11 different African countries at the time. By 2003, the first outbreak outside of Africa occurred in the US and was linked to surprisingly infected prairie dogs. This virus has faded in and out of human existence for a long time and suddenly gained traction on humans, and currently the source is unknown. Well, enough of history. Let's get to the interesting part, how it works. Monkeypox is said to be similar to the variola virus. However, in comparison, it's less fatal and transmissible. Monkeypox is also a zoonosis, which means that it can spread from animals to humans. Near tropical rainforests where virus-carrying animals live, cases are frequently discovered. Squirrels, a wide variety of monkey species, and other animals have all shown signs of monkeypox virus infection. As aforementioned, the true source is unknown. Eating inadequately cooked meals and other animal products of infected animals is also a possible risk factor that scientists claim to be true. The virus can be transmitted in many ways. It can be transmitted through contact with types of bodily fluids, contact with skin scars or lesions, or even internal mucosal surfaces, such as the mouth or throat. Sometimes that it could be transferred through respiratory droplets, and other times it could be transported through contaminated objects. The number of infections in a community's longest documented chain of transmissions has increased from 6 to 9 according to a plethora of sources. This could be due to a general decline in immunity brought by the smallpox period. One interesting study investigated the long-term capability of the virus as a whole. Through analysis via ELISA, which is a method for antibody testing, they found that the virus has the capability to be a more efficient human pathogen. Under the right circumstances, of course. Differences in its immunological parts, such as cytokines, TNFs, and interferons, all play a part in its functioning as a virus. Symptoms are important to look at for any disease, and monkeypox does not come shy of them. Here are some symptoms to look out for. Monkeypox patients experience rash that can appear on or around the genitalia or anus, as well as the hands, feet, chest, face, or mouth. Before the rash heals, it will go through a number of stages, including scabs. At first, the rash may resemble pimples or blisters and may be uncomfortable or pleasant. Additional signs of monkeypox can include fever, chills, swollen lymph nodes, exhaustion, back pain, muscle aches, headaches, respiratory syndromes, including sore throat, stuffy nose, and cough, along with many others. The key symptoms, however, as I mentioned before, is rashes. These rashes are the most common symptoms, so it's important to look out for those. Now that we have touched on the virus's symptoms, it's time to transition towards treatment. Numerous observational studies have shown smallpox vaccines to be about 85% effective at treating monkeypox. There may be a milder sickness as a result of previous smallpox vaccines. A scar on the upper arm is typically present as proof of the smallpox immunization. The first generation or the original smallpox vaccines are no longer available to the general population. Some laboratory or healthcare employees may have had more current smallpox vaccinations to safeguard them from the orthopox virus, which is the one that's in play today. In 2019, a brand new vaccine based on the Ankara strain of the modified attenuated vaccina virus was authorized for the prevention of monkeypox. This 2-dose vaccine is still only partially available, so as of right now, there's not a lot of treatment options for monkeypox. Other treatments for monkeypox have not been fully developed. However, there are many ways to keep your health stable if you are suffering from monkeypox. Fluids and food should be provided to patients that's suffering from this in order to maintain a healthy nutritional condition. As necessary, secondary bacterial infections should be treated. Tecovirimat, an antiviral drug originally used to treat smallpox, has received a license to treat monkeypox in 2022. It is still not readily accessible, however, it goes to show the great progress we have made as a society to prevent the virus from expanding its influence. Once again, this has been Rohan, live on the Healthy Human podcast. I hope you enjoyed learning with me, as this is my 20th episode of my normal podcast series. I am so excited to produce content for anyone who watches, and get ready for some amazing interviews coming up soon. Be sure to tune to the next episode where I'll continue to explore the wonderful world of health. Until next time, remember, happiness is the product of good health.